Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at two more board patrols, one for the Orks, one for the Tau Empire, and we'll get to see two new character models that I've really been looking forward to. During the Warhammer World Open Day today, we saw 4 new models for the first time. We've got a new Farsight model, a new Boss SNIKROT, a new model for Blades of Khorne, and one for the Hedonites of Slaanesh. In this video we'll focus on Warhammer 40k, including Farsight, who also got the new Arks of Omen book today, and the Boarding Patrol, which I think looks pretty good. Then we'll also take a look at the new SNIKROT model and the Boarding Patrol for the Orks. So let's get started having a close-up look at SNIKROT for the first time. I've really been looking forward to the new Boarding Patrol for the Orks to see what they would come up with. But I didn't expect to see SNIKROT this early being released in there. So it's really great to see this new model now. And what an awesome model is. He's going to fit in so well with the Commandos, which are some of my favourite Ork models out there. This is the first look at Farsight as well. And what an upgrade this guy's had. This is so much better than the old model. I think they've done a brilliant job here. What a great sculpt. And I really like the base that he comes with as well. They've gone for this kind of bonsai tree look, which I think just looks really nice. I put up a community poll on YouTube earlier and Farsight came out way ahead. But for me, SNIKROT is the star of the show today. I think this model's great. And this is one I'd really like to add to the collection. And it's really cool that they're going to be including him now in the new Boarding Patrol for the Orks, where you're going to get 28 miniatures altogether. But I do hope they release him separately, but I don't think it's going to be at the same time of this Boarding Patrol. I think there's a good chance the Boarding Patrol will come out first, and then we'll see SNIKROT released a little while later. So if you want to get your hands on him, you're going to have to buy him with the rest of these models. This Boarding Patrol is a real mixed bag altogether. You're going to get 28 models, including 5 Flash Gits, 10 Beast Snagger Boys, and 10 Ork Commandos, and then they're all going to be led by SNIKROT himself. That comes to 26 models, but you're also going to get the Bomb Swig and the Commando Grot as well, so that'll take it up to the full 28. And it looks like SNIKROT has got 3 head options, according to the Warhammer community article. You can have him mask off, mask up, or mask down, so that's really good. Really nice to have those options. I think I would go with the mask up option. That looks pretty good in the picture that we saw earlier. All of these models make a lot of sense for the boarding actions, the 500 point limit, but for me, they don't all gel together in the looks department. They look very chaotic, which I suppose is what the Orks are all about, but for me, this isn't very cohesive looking, so I wouldn't want to put all these together in the one army. But still, the Commandos and SNIKROT look really good. And if you haven't got any of those models, then this could be an option if you want to try out a 500 point army and play under the boarding action rules. For me, really, all I want from this is SNIKROT. So I think I'm going to have to wait until he comes out on his own. But price-wise, we're going to be looking at £75 for these boarding patrols now. And in the EU, you'll be paying €100. In the US, $125. Australia, $190. New Zealand, $230. Canada, $150. And in Japan, 16.4 thousand yen. So if they do keep it the same price as the ones we've seen released previously, then these are the prices we'll be looking at for these new boarding patrols, and they include the new models. I've broken down all the points and prices for the models included here. For the new SNIKROT, I've just gone with the Ork Warboss and Attack Squid price. Hopefully they'll keep it to around 21. It's not going to be a big model for sure, so maybe even a bit cheaper at 17, but I think £21 for him is probably the price we'll be looking at. And they may keep the points the same, I imagine they will, but altogether points-wise, the Commandos with different options, you could go up to 170, the Beast Snagger Boys, 105, the Flash Gits are going to be 110, and then if we go with SNIKROT at the current datasheet, you're looking at 95 points for him. In total, that's going to be 480 points, so we're pretty close to that 500 point limit for the boarding actions. Price-wise altogether, if you bought these on their own, they'd be £126, so there's going to be about a £51 saving there, and of course you want to be paying less than the £75 asking price. So if you can get 10-20% off with your friendly local game stores and online retailers, some of which I've linked in the description down below, then you could be looking at getting all these for £60. So if you wanted to play the Kill Team Commandos in Kill Team, then that's great that they're included, and then you've certainly got enough for a 500 point game of the new boarding actions for Warhammer 40,000 as well. And of course, this is the earliest access you'll get to the new SNIKROT model. Let's have a look at the new Farsight model now and the boarding patrol for the Tau Empire. So here's the model. It looks fantastic. This is going to be included in the new boarding patrol. So if you want to get hold of this model, then the best way to do it, to get it as early as possible, is to pick up the boarding patrol. And we can see the new Arks of Omen book now. We'll be finding out more about this as the week goes on, I imagine. And this is going to be the Farsight book. So this is a really cool edition. Lots to look forward to as this new narrative for Warhammer 40,000 unfolds. But let's get back to this boarding patrol for the Tau then. And some pretty decent models in here. It actually looks really good. You get the new Farsight model. You're also going to get 10 Fire Warriors. These can also be built as the Breacher team. And then you've got the battle suits. You're going to get 3 of those. And of course, you're going to get all the drones that come with that as well. So a pretty nice collection here. This looks really tempting, actually. So if you're a fan of Tau, want to get hold of Farsight, this is the way to get it as early as you can. Price-wise, if they do keep it the same as the other boarding patrols that have recently come out, we're looking at the same prices that we went through for the Orks. Here's the points breakdown. So for the Fire Warriors Strike Team and all the additions you can give them, you're looking at 150 points. For the Crisis Battlesuit Team, now these are normally 45 each, but there's so many additional things, upgrades, different war gear you can give them, that potentially you can get more than 280 points out of this one set of 3 with the drones. And then you've got Commander Farsight, and if they do it the same and keep the data sheet the same as the existing models got, then we're looking at 130 points for him. Altogether, that's going to give you well over 560 points, so you certainly want to leave out some of those upgrades for the Crisis Battlesuits. Let's have a look at the prices next. So if they keep Commander Farsight at the same price, then you're going to be looking at £35 for that model, £47.50 for the Crisis Battlesuit team. The Fire Warriors are going to be £32.50, so all up that's £115, so you'll be making a £40 saving, and again you want to get that 20% discount, which will take you down to about £60. So if you were looking at getting some of these different units, then that's going to work out really nicely for you, especially getting that model as early as possible. They're really rolling out these boarding patrols now. Here's 2 more to add to the list. We've already seen the Space Marines and the Chaos Space Marines, and recently we saw the Eldari and Drakari, Necrons, Tyranids, Grey Knights, Adeptus Mechanicus, Chaos Demons, the Gene Stealers, and the Death Guard. And I was expecting to see more earlier this week, but I guess they were holding on to them for this reveal on the weekend. I'd love to hear what you think about these 2 new boarding patrols. Which one's your favourite? And out of the 2 new character models that have seen a refresh this weekend, which is your favourite? For me, 100% SNIKROT, but maybe you prefer the Farsight model. Can't wait to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you a good idea about how many points you're going to get in here and the value and savings you'll make if you pick these up. Thanks again. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too to join me here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters for helping me keep going with these daily videos. Can't wait to hit our 100 Patreon member target, and then I'll start doing those narrative battle reports. If that's something that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to find out more about becoming a member, there's a link in the description down below. Be awesome to see you there.